Thank you for taking the time to be here today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Rob Carney. I've been on this whole personal development, meditation, mindfulness journey for about 10 years. And, just really feeling called at this point with all that's going on in the world to share this and, bring people together, build that community, and allow people to add more tools to their arsenal to, really learn to disconnect from things that are out of our control and really have appreciation for all that is going on in our life right now that is good and beneficial and helping us go forward. So with that being said, I want to invite everyone to just start off by taking a few deep breaths. So the reason I like to do this before I do anything is really just grounding into the present moment, de-stressing. Simply by doing 3 deep belly breaths, we can reduce our cortisol, which is the primary stress hormone, by up to 80%. So just for the next minute or so, just focus on breathing in deeply, tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathing in through the nose. Then you can breathe out through the mouth or out through the nose, whatever feels right. To find that right position for the tongue, if you just swallow a bit of saliva, your tongue will naturally go to the roof of your mouth right where it's supposed to be. And while you're here, try to relax the jaw, relax the neck, the face, all these muscles that we hold a lot of tension in. If your body's feeling any need to stretch, stretch the neck, shoulders, this is a good time. Just tune into the body, give it what it needs. So whenever you feel ready, you can either stay here and continue breathing for a couple more minutes, or I invite you to go to your journal, notepad, piece of paper, and just write down. I'm going to give a minute straight of just writing down everything that you're grateful for, everything that's going right in your life right now, kind of shifting that mindset to look at all the positives. So for the next minute, either staying here breathing or just writing down everything that's going right in your life and everything you're grateful for. So wrap up the last thought there. Then we're going to come to a place of stillness. So while we're sitting here, we're going to break this up into 2 smaller sections. So we're going to do, a quick little meditation. Then we're going to go back to the piece of paper, then do a final meditation. So both meditations are going to be less than 10 minutes. So there's no right or wrong, position. There's no meditative position that you have to be in. Whatever feels comfortable, I will invite you to have your spine straight if possible. Um, if not, that's totally okay. Just get comfortable and start to tune into that breath like we first started with. Now they're closing the eyes or really softening the gaze. So our eyes use quite a bit of our brain's energy. So even just taking a few minutes a day, periodically, just close the eyes, can really give our body and our mind a good reboot and recharge. So as you're sitting here, I just want you to observe the thoughts and the sensations that are going in your mind, going through your body, but doing so from a place of observation, not of judgment, not of labeling. Just think of you're laying on the grass just watching the clouds. You're not judging the clouds, saying the clouds are good or bad. You're just watching them. So use that same mentality as you sit back passively observing your thoughts and all the sensations in your body. And if you find yourself getting caught up in the thoughts, just return to the breath. Shift that awareness to the breath. Try not to dive down any rabbit holes of thoughts. So while you're sitting here, I invite you to start visualizing what does an ideal day look like for you? Are you on the beach, in the mountains, on a farm, in the city? Where are you in your ideal day? Who are you with? Are you by yourself? Are you with your friends, family? What are you doing? Are you working the job you are now? Are you running a business, running a farm? Are you retired? Just start to visualize all the little details of what an ideal day looks like for you. Maybe it's exactly what you're doing now. As you have this image of your ideal day running through your mind, start to just analyze what is it about that ideal day that's so appealing? Is it the place that you are? Is it the people you're with? Or is it the person that you've become to get to that place? So once you have this vision fairly clear, feel free to go back to the journal, a piece of paper, and just kind of write down what came up. Because oftentimes it's easy to get caught up in all that's going wrong in the world and all the negative things of where we, you know, aren't yet, and kind of looking at it from a negative lens. So shift this to the potential, looking for the positives in the future, the positives in the present moment. So every so often I like to do these little mind movies in my head and just get a little bit more clear of what's important to me and what I would be doing if I had an abundance of resources of time. Where would I be? What would I be doing? And oftentimes it's very similar to what I'm doing now, simply with some, more additions, some subtractions, and some slight changes. So I find that really taking some time to just get clear on what the ideal day looks like can really help me focus my attention on making some changes to get there. So when you're ready and done writing, we're going to go back into our second little session here. So again, closing the eyes or softening the gaze, tongue in the roof of the mouth. I'm going to focus on breathing in through the nose, filling up the belly 2/3 and the chest 1/3. Really deepening the breath on this one. Trying to breathe in fully and out fully. Really tuning into the breath here. And notice maybe your abdominals or obliques are a little tight. Feel free to do a little self-massage on that area if you feel a little constricted in your breathing. For the next 3 minutes, we're just going to focus on this deep, fully in and fully out. Going at your own pace. Tongue in the roof of the mouth, in through the nose. 2/3 in the belly, 1/3 in the chest, and letting it all go. And really breathe in deep and really exhale fully. So as you're doing this deep breathing, just notice the sensations that arise in the body. Maybe you feel some tingling in the face, in the neck, the belly. Just notice this change in chemistry that's happening as you breathe deeply. It may be very subtle or may be very apparent. Just recognizing the shift. And as we're going about our day, just recognizing anytime we're feeling stressed or anxious, sad, angry, simply by tuning into the breath and changing our chemistry, we can completely shift the trajectory of our day in just a few minutes. So the objective here today is just to practice some of these tools in our arsenal, tools in the toolbox. Finding stillness, expressing gratitude, visualizing what our life can look like, breathing. Just knowing that not every tool is going to be applicable in every situation, but when we have a multitude of tools in our toolbox, we start to learn which ones are most applicable for each situation. So as we come full circle here, express some gratitude for yourself for showing up here today. There are infinite number of reasons and excuses of why you could have found for not being here. So give yourself that appreciation for showing up, despite all the other things you could have been doing. Thank yourself for giving time to ground yourself today. We tend not to give ourselves as much credit as we ought to. We've been told that patting ourselves on the back is selfish or egotistical, or many other remarks that are given to us. But just recognizing that in order to help other people, we first need to be the best versions of ourselves. And in order to express gratitude to others, we need to be able to express and accept gratitude for ourselves. So thank yourself for being here today. And just for the next minute, just start to visualize your day today. How can you make this the best day ever? What can you do to make this day just a little bit better than yesterday? That 1% shift. Maybe you've got meetings and calls the rest of the day. So maybe that shift is just taking the time to do 3 deep breaths before each call. Whatever it is, just think about how you can make this day just 1% better than the last. Whenever you feel ready, start to move the body, maybe doing some stretching, anything that feels tight. Maybe shake things out a little bit. Tend to hold our face, our head, our neck very tight. And just by doing a little shake, can just really loosen up all those muscles. So not thinking of how you look, not thinking of any sort of look that you want to have. Just let go and just move the body. Now let's go the rest of our day a little bit more grounded, a little bit more intentional, and a little bit more loving. So thank you all for being here.